Hi, child of God. So, we're going to be talking about being lukewarm, right? And I don't come on here to condemn anyone because I'm going to be talking about myself and how I was before. So that those who may be pursuing that route, unknowingly or knowingly, may stop. So, before I had came to Christ, I was living inside of this world, right? And I considered myself as Christian, right, child of God. And I grew up in the church and everything like that, right? But I remember like I would make excuses for my sins. And I remember like I would just, be the type of person to commit sin and be like, God forgive me and things like that. And I wasn't really getting heavy conviction. And when I would get heavy conviction, I would run away from it. And don't ever do that. Please don't ever do that. But it was something that I did at the time because, again, my eyes were blind. I could not see the full effect of my sin and the full effect of my wrong. You know what I mean? And just all that I was doing. But see, the thing is, and I was just speaking to the Lord, when I had came to Christ, I just seen just how horrible my actions was and just how sad they were making the Lord. Like I remember I would always before I would say I love God and I believe in God and everything like that. But then it's just like now knowing how I would act and just the actions that I would still continuously to do and I thought that it was okay, it was really hurting God, right? And that's something like when I came to God, I was like, dang, like how many of your children or how many lukewarms out there is doing this unintentionally? You get what I mean? And see, when I came to God, my eyes began to come open, right? I was able to see and I perceived the shame in my acts and just everything that I did. But again, I'm a person that I know now, my actions, they might have affected people physically, but I knew that they were affecting God. It's like now I know that my actions was affecting God. And that really like it hit home because it's just like, dang, like the Lord loved me so much, and just the actions that I was doing and I thought it was okay. It was really hurting the Lord. And see, my channel, Child of God, I want everyone to know this is never to shame nor to condemn anyone. But the thing is, when I lived that lukewarm lifestyle for many years, and I did not progress at all. Like it was nothing. I was never able to grow with the Lord how I'm growing with him now. That's exactly why I put all my social medias, and that was a phrase that the Lord gave to me personally, relation over religion. And it's literally having a relationship with God over religion. Because so many people, they will think, oh, and this was my old mindset. If I say forgive me, if I'm a Christian and this, that, and the third, I'm gonna go to heaven. But literally the lifestyle that I was living and being a lukewarm, I was going to go to hell, y'all. Like I'm just keeping it a buck because it was sin that was just entering and that I was just coming into agreement with. And again, it was not pleasing to God and it was hurting God, but I was so blind that I could not see it. But it doesn't mean, again, it was not happening. It was not there. And there's so many things to where when I was living inside the world and living lukewarm, I thought it was normal. Like, because it's certain people, they will like say while you're living inside the world, oh, it's a part of life. Or, life is not always easy and pancakes and whatever the phrase is that they use. They will sit up there and say that, but it's like, is life supposed to be this hard? And when coming to Christ, like I noticed, yes, you're going to go through trials and tribulations, but the Lord revealed to me life was never supposed to feel like, it was never supposed to be like that. And the reason why it was like that was literally because I was disconnected from God. But I'm literally here just letting y'all know that lifestyle, because by now you should know, and if you don't know, have stepping with God, you will not get anywhere. And the thing, y'all ever heard of the phrase that you're not cheating no one but yourself? That's literally how it is. Like when it comes down to God, you cannot have step. If you have step with the Lord, you will never be able to experience the fullness of God. And I was able to, see my fruits is showing now because, I grow with the Lord, and I'm no longer in contact with the world. Like, I fully disconnected from the wicked and the evil things of this world. But child of God, if that is a lifestyle that you have been pursuing, I'm telling you, at the things that you have been going through, it should not be that way. You should not always be crying over just situations and everything. You should not always just be going through all types of affliction back to back to back to back. It should not always be like that. Y'all be hearing the phrase life be life, and like, I'm not saying that we don't go through our things as us being children of God. Yes, we do, but the thing is, we get delivered from them. Remember how the Bible said the affliction of the righteous is great, but God deliver us from it. But how this world just made us to think that life is supposed to be is not, child of God. It's not supposed to be all that confusing. It's not supposed to be all that headache and heartache and just everything. It's not supposed to be that way, child of God. So I'm just here to let you know, child of God, if this is a way that you have been living, halfway in, halfway out, like not fully surrendering yourself unto the Lord, I'm telling you, you will not see changes. You will not see results in that. You cannot have step with the Lord. I'm telling y'all, I've been doing it for years. For years, y'all, and never was I able to be inside my prime with half stepping with the Lord. Like, it was never that, and I was never able to experience who God truly was. Like, it was so many things that had happened, and I just thought, oh well, it's God. You get what I mean? Yeah, God gonna have his soldiers to go through this, that, and the third. But whole time, like, I wasn't a soldier of Christ at that time, because I wasn't even living for Christ. I was just going through everything that I was going through because the enemy, he was being an enemy. Like, Satan, he's not merciful unto anybody. So, life gonna be life and when you're not right with God. But anyway, child of God, I'm just here to let you know, like, if that's the way that you've been living, just repent and give your all unto the Lord, because that's the only way how you will truly be able to experience who your Father truly is, and the signs and the wonders and the miracles that he could truly work outside your life. That new person he could purge up out of you, like that new destiny, that future. You get what I mean? Everything that the Lord has in store for you, the only way how you will get it is if you truly surrender unto the Lord. But I love you, child of God. I pray that message bless y'all, and have a beautiful, blessed day.